like I said, I didn't see racism because I didn't see her trying to oppress Zoe in some kind of manner in that. But extreme prejudice, yes, that was indeed there. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Lyf of Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Season 3 of This Is Us. This is going to be for Episode 3, which was entitled Vietnam, and Episode 5, which is titled Toby. Y'all know that I have been missing the action because I was moving, so I was going to run these together. But I do think that I will be able to still give you both breakdowns separately. We start off with Jack over in Vietnam, and I never really thought that Milo was cute until this episode, and I guess it's because of the fresh haircut. I think I prefer less hair on people or something like that. But anyway, he arrived at his new post, and there is Nicky, his little brother. Nicky didn't seem too overjoyed to see him, though. You know, you're in the middle of a war, and all of a sudden your brother show up. You got like a few things running through your mind. Why are you here being number one? But at least not in that little short clip that I think that Nicky was welcoming of Jack when he saw him. Like 3 weeks earlier, they go back, and Jack was put on patrol. And his, this guy named Robinson, the one that was blip on pitch, his old sexy ass. Anyway, they roll up on a landmine, and they need to like disarm the mine before they can move forward. And a young kid named Murphy was disarming his mine. You never know what you're gonna run into when you're in the middle of a doggone war. The area looks peaceful. It looks like it's just a regular open field, but no, booby traps are set up all over the place for you. Two of his squad members, after they disarmed the mine, which was Townie and Murphy, they were tossing back a football, right? And he had told them, you know, go ahead and lock that up, you know. But Townie was like, no, we're going to keep throwing for a little bit and whatever. And he threw the ball. And at that moment, I knew something bad was going to happen. And y'all got to forgive me. I realized in my last videos that when my air conditioning kicks on, it sounds like I am outside driving in my car. So y'all getting like this wind. I ain't nowhere near it, but my phone is picking it up. Anyway, so Townie decides to throw the football. Murphy go back, catch the long throw, and boom. Dead. So I think they called him Squirrel. And he went back for that long throw and got blown to smithereens. Like, I did not need to see that. I did not need to see that at all. I wish that there was some type of trigger warning on this episode, especially for that particular scene, because I instantly got taken back to camp when I was in Mogadishu in Somalia, and there was this rain of bullets that was flying over my head, and that's all you could see. It was dark just like that. All you could see was the flash from the muzzles and the bullets flying back and forth. You know, we out here being fired upon, and we firing back, and that's exactly what that scene reminded me of. Because you can't panic. You can't fucking panic because somebody could die, especially you. Yes, ma'am. My cat is trying to get into my lap. Anyway, they needed a trigger warning on this episode, especially for people who have been in war like situations. They needed a trigger warning on this episode. Like, it's one reason why I could never watch that movie, The Hurt Locker. I have a hard time sitting through Saving Private Ryan. Some parts of Forrest Gump, I don't even want to watch. The fuck is wrong with you? Get out. Oh my gosh. My cat decides she's going to scratch on my furniture while I'm sitting here. She never did that before. But she did just take me out of that mental space, so that was good. What I didn't understand was why the hell was Jack running back and forth like that, you know, instead of like manning a position and getting down in the ground and really just, he was just flying back and forth. He sends Blip, Robinson, and Murphy up ahead. That was Squirrel that got killed, I'm sorry. Murphy was when he sent up ahead with Blip. And then all of a sudden you hear Blip scream. And it looks like he stepped on a mine too, but he should have lost more than just a foot and ankle. But yeah. So we see the little trick that he had taught Randall when Randall has his anxiety attacks about how to breathe to calm down. This is what Robinson had told him. He was like, you know what, I got to tell that you're scared. And when you're scared, you got to remember to breathe. And he was like, Jack was like, I'm good, I'm good. He's like, no, man, breathe. I think my arm making me sleepy. I'm tired already. I'm sick. I'm not feeling my best. Whatever. Anyway, so he and his men get reassigned close to Chulao, where his brother was he last remember his brother was at. And apparently his squad is a bunch of disrespectful grubs, you know what I'm saying? The dude, Townie, he, the one who refused to stop from running the ball, he had a little pissy fit out there. Looks like he may try to take down Murillo for the liquor or the beer, you know what I'm saying? And he bitching and groaning about fixing the fence, and he acting real mean to the citizens that live there. This little boy tried to come up and offer Jack some fish, and he treating that little boy like shit, like, you know, he gonna grow up and kill us in our sleep when he turned 15. But if you keep treating him like this, I'm sure he gonna remember your motherfucking face. You sure will. Whatever. When I was in Somali, though, those kids, they were the ones that you needed to look out for. They were the ones. They had stole all the army had stolen all their weapons, so we were sent over there as Marines. We were sent over there to protect the army at that particular time. And like these little kids running around in shower shoes, just fucking shit up, right? And yeah, the kids are the ones who they have carried the bombs. The kids are the ones, you know, doing all these sneak attacks. But I just did never blame the kids. I never was like mad at the children, because I know these militias over there are the ones who kidnap these kids and take them from their homes and force them into war, pretty much. And that's all they know. That's the only way they know how to survive, is to kill you. It's just, that's the only way they can survive. And in a way, the U.S. military draft was the same damn thing to me. You know what I'm saying? You forcing people to go to war who didn't want to be there. And the only difference is they didn't do it till they turned 18. It didn't make a difference to me. I think some people went in at 17 and 16, if I remember correctly. But anyway, Jack wanted to get a chance to see Nicky. And the captain wasn't happening. He was like, look, your squad's a fuck up, pretty much. And they don't invoke any sense of confidence in me to leave them without you in charge. Luckily, Jack had them up policing the area, cleaning up after their damn selves. So when the cap came, he could get a different viewpoint of them. Well, Jack got his wish. So we fast forward. Jack is at home, coming home with his parents. His dad is drunk in the living room, got a cigarette burning, probably could start a damn fire in the house. His mama is at the kitchen table reading a letter from Nicky with this big ass shiner on her face. I thought Nicky had died in the war with Jack. Not that Jack was back home already. And then I thought about it. I was like, Jack wouldn't be back home. Jack he didn't even go to war. That's what happened. And then we get to see Nicky. He's there popping pills. And a lot of vets during the Vietnam War and the Korean War, they got strung out on heroin, other type of drugs and shit over there. I remember when we was in Somalia that the military gave us drugs to take. We supposed to put malaria pills and other kind of stuff. I never took none of that shit while I was over there, which is probably a bad thing. But I always thought that they was gonna try to get me hooked on some shit. I really did. Just give us some pills to forget. Give us some pills to have us calm down in the middle of the night so we won't have anxiety, so we can go out there and be zombies and just do what the fuck they say do. I always thought that was happening. That's why I never took those doggone pills. But drugs and other shit like that was a problem. I know my friends was over there chewing on this shit called cat. They said it was like a twig, but this was a very potent drug, and they was chewing on the I want to say the herb or the vine or the tree from which it came from. Motherfuckers getting high off this shit called cat. Came back home with a lot of damn problems, with a lot of doggone problems. Anyway, they had Jack up there in his little tighty whities. I about to fall out. And yeah, Jack was not enlisted at the time that Nicky went in. But he had he couldn't go in because, you know, he had an irregular heartbeat. But he wanted the doc to help him get into the military because he felt that he had to be there to protect Nicky because that's what he was supposed to do. He had read the letter that Nicky wrote his mom, and he had just got an Article 15, NJP, lost some rank, and you know, shit just wasn't going good for Nicky there. So Jack felt he needed to go save him. He figured that even if he just got in the vicinity where his brother was at, that was better than just being at home doing nothing, and maybe one day he would see him. So the doctor told him exactly what he needed to do to, you know, get himself together, do some push-ups so that way your heartbeat could be all erratic, because the type of situation he got going on is irregular heartbeat. You know, it beats fast, especially when he's nervous and shit. So we go back a year, right before Nicky is drafted, and Jack is trying to convince him that it won't happen. You're a lucky baby. You were the lucky kid. You were born on a lucky day. Remember that? And Nicky is feeling some kind of way about Jack always needing to save him. And it takes me back to the opening of the show when I said that Nicky did not seem happy to see him. It was like he was saying, what the fuck, you finna come save me again? You know what I'm saying? He just didn't seem to be happier. He was probably thinking that, in my opinion. Well, y'all see if y'all read that the same way that I did. Did it seem to you that Nicky was like, why are you here? Without even saying those words. So, as I've said before, Jack's daddy, who I've just realized in this episode, his name is Stanley, is a total fucking asshat. I didn't realize, though, that they did the draft by your birthday. And this was a random draft. And they did it live on TV. And it was like, it was a real fucking, like the lottery that we pay money that I didn't win this time. It was like the lottery where they drew balls and shit. And the date was your birthday. And then they gave the month and they gave the year. And I was like, And they kept telling Nicky, you ain't going to work. You ain't going to work. You lucky. You lucky. They probably going to call your birthday 365 and they only taking 200. You know what I'm saying? Nicky's birthday was the 5th one drawn. The 5th one drawn. You was going, buddy. Guess he wasn't so lucky. And Jack is like, fuck that, you gonna run away to Canada. We gonna take you to Canada. We gonna fix this. So back at home, the asshat come up to Nicky and he tell him, make me proud, son. Make me proud, right? And I'm like, fuck you. Get the fuck away from here. Why is this? Pardon me. Pardon my French. That ain't French. Why people say pardon my French when we cuss? Anyway, pardon me. Can't get on my damn nerves. I had to shake the table. Do my K Michelle. Anyway, he couldn't even show his son that he really even freaking cared. The next morning, Jack and Nicky faked that they went on a hunting trip. I know this is the Great Escape. And I just knew that they was going to get to the border and get caught. You know, trying to dodge the draft. But no, they pulled over to a hotel, get some rest. And Nicky dipped out and found his way to the military. I don't know. He said that the old man was going to be mad. I don't know if he was trying to really make his daddy proud or he just was tired of Jack trying to save him. And I think the latter. He was tired of Jack trying to save him. He loved him for doing it. Because, you know, he wrote him a little notes like, thanks, Superman. You know, call him Soup, whatever. But he needed to be his own man at some point, you know. His daddy used to always tell him that when you going to stop letting Jack try to save you, whatever. So we go back in the day again, and Jack is trying to get Nicky to go for the long, throw, catch the ball. Same way that Murphy in town he was doing, or Squirrel in town he was doing. Well, Jack hit him in the face with the ball, broke his glasses. I was like, Lord have mercy. And Nicky's scared to death that Daddy gonna be mad as hell. So Jack tried to convince him not to worry because you a Superman. You know what I'm saying? You are Superman. You are a superhero in disguise. Well, later that night, their mama needed saving. So Daddy's an abusive ass hat, like I said. Nicky took off his glasses to become Superman, and like Jack said, and he went in there to stand up to Daddy, and Daddy's trying to roll up on him, but Jack come save the day again. And, you know, that Mama's like, you know, he wasn't always like this. He wasn't always like this. So we go back in the day to when Nicky was born, and Stanley wasn't a drunk ass hat, but his daddy was. And right then is when he told Jack that his only job was to take care of his brother. Then we go back to the very beginning of the episode where Nicky said, he walked up on Nicky, and he turned around and he looked at Jack. And this was basically, they was riding in the car, and Nicky was saying that he wished that he could go to the end of something and then figure out how he got there. And that's basically what this episode did. We started off with the end, with Jack arriving to where Nicky was at. And then we watched through the whole episode to find out how Nicky got to the point of being in war and Jack arriving. And so we rounded out this episode with Jack showing up with Nicky again. And this time we see Nicky turn around. And like I said, he did not look happy to see his brother there. He did not like happy to see his brother there. So I'm going to roll right on down to episode 5. We're going to make this a 30-minute video, hopefully. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on this show? Does everybody come from a broken-ass family? Everybody? Like, Toby's parents are fighting and yelling and such. And apparently, his dad had another woman all shiny and new, as his mama said. He about to run off to her. So Toby, you know, he's not new to this drama that his mama and daddy got going on. He bites his nails when he's nervous and everything. His mama has bouts of hysteria, is what daddy was saying. And this is why daddy was leaving. And she needed to be on her meds. And basically, Toby's going to be just like his mama. He told me that later on in the episode. But right now, Toby has picked up that habit of biting his nails to the nub again. He's stressing out, you know, with Kate and his baby situation. And Kate's mind is focused on them 8 damn eggs. Well, out of the 8 eggs, only 3 of them was fertilized, if I'm mistaken. And out of those 3, only 1 singular embryo made it. And 1 singular sensation, as Toby would say. Well, back in the day, it's prom day for the teens. And of course, Kate is wallowing in her low self-esteem, not going to the prom. Randall seems to be the one leading the household at this point, making sure that Becca take care of the bills, you know, yada yada this, yada yada that, making sure Kevin is getting ready for the prom. And now it's back to present day, and Beth is getting ready to go down, lock down a new job. You know, she got an interview, she feeling confident. Baby girl's like, I got this. I'm going to come home with no less than 6 figures, you know what I'm saying? Randall is basically doing the same thing. He is gearing up to go for that council run, but not without a few tears first. Every time he talk about his daddy, every time he talk about the kids, every time he do this, then the third, he crying. Beth say, look, there is no crying in baseball, Randall. So stop your crying. Stop, suck it up. Stop your crying. Like, we don't want these people that you representing to see you with tears in your eyes. So, oh, yo. See, I've been asking similar questions in different videos. Like, I talk in movie talk sometimes, and I just made the statement, there's no crying in baseball. If you know what movie that comes from, drop it down in the comment section. You're not going to win shit except for a little trophy icon that I'll put underneath your comment if you got it right. So if you know where that line, there's no crying in baseball, comes from, drop that down in the comment section. Just something fun to do, you know. Well, Kevin and Zoe are on the road heading to go see Blip Robinson. And Kevin's like, how do I introduce you? You know, they still have questions about their relationship. And she say, as a chick that she's dating, that eye roll Kevin gave was priceless. Like, then she mentions that she forgot her silk pillowcase. Kevin is like, of course you can't sleep on a cheap hotel pillow, you know. Honestly, Kevin, that's a black girl thing. You would never understand. You wouldn't understand. Sometimes it seems like, but not sometimes. During this particular episode, it seemed like Toby's mom was going through postpartum depression. Her dad made it seem like it was something else, but it looked like it was just postpartum depression to me. That's what it seemed. And Toby accidentally stumbled on the way to make her smile by telling jokes, you know, doing impersonations of Rodney Dangerfield. I used to love me some Rodney Dangerfield. He was nasty about it. I love me some Rodney Dangerfield. But maybe that's why he always seems to take things so lightheartedly and joke things off when situations get serious, because this is how he felt that to make his mama happy, that it can make any situation happy, because Toby is always a jokester, you know what I'm saying? He convinces Kate not to stress out about the baby, because the doctor's supposed to call at 4 o'clock, you know. Don't go taking no pregnancy test before, you know, she actually called. You go do your job, I'm going to go do my job. In the meantime, back in the day, Miguel has made his way to the house. He bought gifts. He brought Becca a piano. and hopefully he can fix her fridge. And Kate seems utterly disgusted to see this piano come into the house. I got some questions about Miguel bringing his piano. When when Becca and Miguel told their story about how they reconnected, I thought that Miguel said that, I thought he apologized to her for not contacting her after Jack's funeral. And it had been 8 years that he had reached out to her on Facebook, I saw on Facebook. But now they make it seem like Miguel was always around. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm usually only wrong 2.3456% of the time, and this could be part of that percentage, but I didn't think I was wrong. I thought that they said Miguel had lost contact with them after Jack died, and it was like 8 years after his death, because he apologized for not being there. I thought that's what happened, but correct me if I'm wrong. So anyway, Zoe and Kev stop into this store, and Kevin is still trying to define their relationship in the store. The clerk pisses me off. Okay, first of all, she real snippy with Zoe for no reason. She basically just said, you know, it's not your turn. But the way she did it, her tone and her demeanor was like, ugh. And then then Kevin said, hey, you know, oh, we together. When she said we together, she was like, oh, really? Something like that. You know, I can remember her exact words. And me and Zoe, we noticed her, you know, her displeasure in the fact that they were supposed to be together. It was duly noted. But Kevin didn't recognize it at all. And I wonder how many white people that watched this show picked up on that. Did they finally, when Zoe mentioned it at the end of the episode, did they hear what she said and understood what had happened? Or were they just as blind as Kevin? Like, that's something that a lot of interracial couples have to deal with. And usually when that type of situation happens, it's if there's a non-black person in the relationship with a black person, they usually don't notice these subtle hints of, I wouldn't necessarily call it racism. Zoe called it racism. I would call it prejudice, extreme prejudice. And I think that's what she exhibited, some extreme prejudice in that moment. Like, everybody uses the term racism nowadays too loosely, in my opinion. There was at no point where she was oppressing Zoe in this situation, which racism usually deals with oppression. She was just being rude and showing her displeasure for them being together. But that has more to do with prejudices than actual racism. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, but yeah, I wonder how many people watching that episode didn't understand the prejudice that was seeping from that woman's pores in that moment. And let's see, where am I at? Like, okay, normally the non-black person in the relationship, they would say things like, you know, she didn't, if they did recognize it, oh, she didn't mean nothing by that, or she didn't mean it like that, or she didn't mean any harm, or maybe you're taking it too serious, you know what I'm saying, like that. Matter of fact, a lot of non-black people watching this episode, even after Zoe gave her explanation at the end, was probably saying, oh, he put on a race card. Everything ain't about racism. Maybe she just didn't like you. Maybe she having a bad day. They always want to give fucking excuses. The bitch was being prejudiced. Like I said, I didn't see racism because I didn't see her trying to oppress Zoe in some kind of manner in that. But extreme prejudice, yes, that was indeed there. But this is one reason why, like, interracial dating can be so challenging. Like, anyway, on the campaign trail, Randall is at a black business who really is not supportive of him. They just want his money. But they're going to host his first meet and greet. And everybody there seems to care about the food, not him. And he is very confused. And he looked at the flyer like, where is my name? Well, Chi-Chi is helping him out. And she got the free food big in bold on the doggone flyer, but it got Randall's name down in the small print, you know, that nobody reads. She said, look, you said fill the room. I filled the room. Now you're on your own, right? So what's wild there is right after this scene, I had a commercial break, right? And the commercial that came on was showing this interracial military family. And before I realized it was a commercial, I was thinking, oh, we finna get a little bit of Zoe's background. I don't think Zoe is supposed to be biracial, but I thought that when I saw that commercial. Anywho, I was wrong. Toby, he heads over to a pharmacy and he tries to get Tech to give him back on his meds. The Tech is like, you need to call your doctor. You need to get back on your medicine the right way. And I'm wondering why he didn't have a necessary refill available and why she didn't check. I can understand if you miss meetings, they won't refill your medication until you show the fuck up. But you usually have a refill if it's something like that. Okay. But Toby is trying his best not to let Kate know what's going on. And I'm like, this is why your ass should not have poured out the damn medicine down the toilet. Shit, stop taking them, okay? That's still harmful in itself, but fuck, why you had you pull them out? So the kids, oh, I got like 5 minutes. The kids are heading to the prom, and Randall says this is the first time he's meeting Allison's parents. And I'm like, you a damn lie. That's a lie. I'm not sure what's going on with the writing on the show, why it's getting sloppy, because I know there have been more times than now that Randall has been to Allison's house and hang out with her and her family. When way before Jack died. Hell, Randall had went to Allison's house when Jack died. You know what I'm saying? When the fire happened, they were at Allison's house. So now y'all trying to swing this situation like he had never met Allison's parents and his dad saw her and it's like, oh my goodness, I don't like black kids. No. I understand the ills of an international relationship. I watch my friends deal with it. If you go over to one of my closest YouTube friends, Ty Bibbins on Tested with Ty's channel, you could read some of the comments, the hate comments people leave all over her channel because she's a black woman that speaks on black issues, but she's in a relationship with a white man, and people talk about her bad on that channel. So I see it all the time. But what you're not gonna do is try to play on my fucking intelligence. I know for a fact that Randall has been kicking it with Allison for a while now, way before this prom happened. And y'all gonna try to use this situation to spin, to bring up and talk more in depth about interracial dating. This could have been a better way to do this. Lie and say the daddy wasn't never around until now. Something. But no, y'all not gonna play on my intelligence like that. Not buying it. I mean, because I had been saying all along that when he started dating Allison, how fucking cool I thought it was that her parents were so receptive of him. So now all of a sudden y'all acting like this is the first time that he met them. No, I'm not buying it. Anywho, Toby is fretting and withdrawing, not getting the immediate fix that he needs. Randall is being ostracized from the community. Young Kev is taken aback about how Randall was treated, so he's tossing it up on the way to prom. But present day, Kevin arrives on the doorstep of Mr. Robinson, and Kate is singing Adele, When We Were Young, with that horrific blonde wig on. Anywho, Zoe and Robinson's wife have a little chat about why she isn't Kevin's girlfriend. And I'm having a hard time believing from Zoe that race is her big issue, because she had no qualms, no hesitation about his race up until now, from what we've seen. Now, I cannot deny that what she said or what she was feeling is very rooted in truth. But I think that Zoe is a little bit self-centered when it comes to relationship, no matter what the race is. And with Randall, I'm with him. Shit is fucked up in that community. And because Saul Brown did a good deed for y'all once upon a time, y'all don't want to check him on his bullshit. And it's kind of like my boss. Everybody say, well, this is a nice person he is. He cool as fuck. He lets people get away with a lot of shit. But at the same time, he does a lot that's wrong to and harmful to the employees as a whole. But because he's helped a few people here and there, they don't want to call him on this bullshit. They just want to complain to everybody else, just like the citizens doing. They just complaining to Randall, but they don't want to hold him accountable. They don't want to hold Saul accountable. And I'm like, ain't that what we tell people when we tell them to go out and vote, to hold these motherfuckers accountable? People don't want to mention, I liken it to a drug dealer. People don't want to mention that, he killed somebody the other day because he out there giving them turkeys on Thanksgiving, or he, giving out book bags at school time or some shit like that. But overall, he's doing the community harm. You know what I'm saying? I don't even disagree with Randall's approach. But everybody can handle the truth sometimes. But sometimes the motherfuckers need to hear it whether they can handle it or not. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do something to fix the problem, then shut the fuck up with the complaining. On that note, get your ass out there and vote. November 6th. Get out there and vote. Go to your town hall meetings. Speak out, speak up. Or form a block unit and do something in your community. Do something to make positive changes other than flapping your damn gums about what the fuck is wrong. Okay, my PSA. Anyway, how much time I got left? I'm not sure when it's going to cut off. I think it's going to cut off soon. Anyway, so if it cut off before I get to the end, thank y'all for coming back to the channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right. Well, Zoe decided that being with Kevin is worth her time, so she's going to let her guard down and let him in. Kate found out that she's pregnant again. And Toby's having a breakdown and don't know what to do. He needs to lean on Kate right now. Randall was going to figure out how to reach these people, and Beth, I could already tell she didn't get the job. Like, during her interview, she started reflecting on her old job and ended up having a breakdown herself, you know, when she really realized, like, I was just let the fuck go. I put everything into this business. I helped start this business, and I was just let go. But she walked out of the interview, and I don't think she returned. We finally get the scene where Kate is sitting on the bed with Toby after speaking with his doctor stating that they're going to adjust his meds. And I'm still thinking that Kate died during childbirth. And this is why she's not in the future scenes with Toby, which could be what sent him spiraling down again, because they're getting him back on his meds right now. Again, Robinson showed up with some letters from Jack at the end. This whole time, everything Kevin knew about his daddy was a lie. Robinson tried to clear some of things up, but he told him some of the truth that you may not want to hear. And Robinson said he had never heard from him again. Like, he didn't get no letters from him, but he actually did. So he gave Kevin those letters, and Kevin opened up one of them. There was a picture of Jack, and it appears that Jack may have had some type of relationship with the lady whose little boy tried to give Jack the fish, because in the photo, she was wearing the necklace that Jack cherished so much. And I wonder if Nicky is really dead. I'm thinking that he's not dead, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Tell me if I'm wrong about the Randall Allison situation. Like, am I clear-headed here? He had already met his parents way before prom. Okay. And like I say, I'm watching a review this show intently, and I know all these times he hung out at Allison's parents' house was way before the prom. And what do y'all think really happened to Nicky? Do y'all think he actually died in the war? Or could it be that that woman may have something to do with Nicky? His dad had mentioned you couldn't save your brother. But that don't necessarily mean that he's dead. Because as we saw, Nicky was pill popping. Maybe Jack couldn't save him from his drug addiction. And it's not about death at all. Maybe that's it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for coming back to the channel, always being here and supportive of me. This is Us, episodes 4 and 5, Vietnam and Toby. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And again, don't forget to answer the question if you know it. What movie did the line, "There's no crying in baseball," come from? Drop it down in the comment section. All right, peace.